Don't you trouble Zion. Don't you trouble Zion. Oh Lord, Zion have the key to open sin's door. Don't you trouble Zion. Don't you trouble Zion. Don't you trouble Zion. And have the key to open Sin's door. Don't you trouble Zion. Don't you trouble Zion. Don't you trouble Zion. Oh Lord, Zion have the key to open Sin's door. Don't you trouble Zion. I found a new life. I found a new life. If anybody asks you, what's the matter with you, my friend? Tell them that you are saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost, Spirit, water baptized. Jesus is mine. I found a new life. I found a new life. I found a new life. If anybody asks you, what's the matter with you, my friend? Tell them that you are saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost, Spirit, water baptized. Jesus is mine. I found a new life. Praise the Lord. Good morning, and welcome back to HEDM Morning Devotion. My name is Jewel, and today my word for you is dignity. This kind of gave me a little trouble, but I'm going to try to break it down as best as I can. So by definition, dignity is the state of quality of being worthy of honor or respect. So keep that in mind. Worthy and honor. Okay? So our rights as a person is to be valued and respected for being just a person. So just being a human, you have the rights to be valued and respected. This is like what we're born with. We're born to have value, and we are born to be worthy, and we're born with a purpose. We can use dignity to talk about, besides our having dignity as a human, we also can use dignity to talk about our personal conduct. So we could behave in dignity. So behaving in dignity meaning that we have our own values and our self-worth. So we may act upon those values and those self-worth and behave in a certain way. I'll get into that. So you show that you're worthy of respect or your status by, like I said, by just being a human. Like, for example, like, that's just our natural right. So we're not going to walk around treating people like dogs, like, because we're not dogs, we're human. We're not going to treat people like objects that we just fling all over the place, because we are humans. We just born with this natural dignity. So a person that treats somebody with dignity do not humiliate them, a person. They do not treat people like objects, like dogs. They don't degrade them. They shouldn't bully them. Those are not conduct of dignity that you should be saying to others or treating others. So, for example, slavery lacks dignity because humans are worthy of respect. We are worthy of respect. So back in the days, slavery was not treated the way that they should. They wasn't getting the respect and the worthiness and the purpose, and they wasn't able to fulfill their life like they should, because they were how they was being treated. So that definitely was no dignity there. God created us all for a reason and a purpose. He created us in His own image in our own life, and He all have a calling for each one of us. So we shouldn't be treated like garbage. We shouldn't be treated like slaves, because we all are equal, especially in God's eyes. Dignity stems from the Latin word called dignitas. I hope I'm saying it right. but that means to be worthy. So in my research, I basically found out that it's basically two concepts of dignity, and that's what made it a little confusing for me, because I was a little confused on that. But it's two different concepts of dignity. So one of the concepts is of dignity is that we have the right of dignity, which means that we was born with it. We are born to be worthy. We are born to have worth. We are born to have values. We are born as a human. And stuff like that. The second one is our intrapersonal conduct. So it's like how we act with dignity, how we act to others with dignity, how do we treat others, and how do we treat ourselves. It's basically, like I said before, is our values and our work. For example, like if I'm rich and I'm a celebrity, right? My dignity may be different from a regular person's dignity. Like the things that they may do and think that's dignity and that's worth and self-worth for them, me as a celebrity, I have a whole higher level of self-worth and dignity. So while a regular person will be like, I will just walk to Popeyes, it's 10 minutes away. A rich bougie, and that's their worth and their values, because they value that they could just walk there. A rich person that never work in their life, that drive everywhere, would be like, that's 10 minutes away, I'm not walking there, I'm too high and worthy. And you put yourself on a status and you say, I'm taking a car there. You personalize your own dignity, your own worth, and what you see for yourself and how you want to be and act to yourself. Okay, so dignity, like some people will say, like I'm below dignity, like you treat me like I'm nothing. So dignity as a human is like we basically get treated badly. So when you get treated badly, you feel like you're being degraded, you feel like you're being down and belittled, and that's not dignity on the first concept, which is having the natural rights of being worthy to be a human, right? So we must treat people to be not bad, because we all are equal. Like for example, people like to compare respect with dignity, and dignity is way more than just respect. Like you could not have respect for somebody, but you must have dignity with them because they are human. If you have a boss and they disrespecting you and you're bullying you and stuff like that, you're not gonna treat the boss horribly and terrible. You're gonna have that little mutual respect, because you know that's the boss and the boss is giving you their money. You may not like them, you may not respect them, you probably might backtalk and give attitude, but you won't go beyond that. And like I said, when you rich, for personal conduct and for personal dignity, like for example, for a rich person, that going to Popeye's store, to them, walking there is below their dignity, is below their self-worth and their self-values. So they will never do that. So this, I basically found that this is basically two different concepts. And we got to remember that dignity, period, is our rights to be a human. And we got to remember that we must treat everybody with dignity, even ourselves, because sometimes we might like that, because we are human. We're not garbage. We're not a dog. We need to treat everybody with dignity and respect. But we need to treat them with dignity because they are human, because they are worthy. If you look at a homeless guy on the street, you're not gonna, even though he's homeless and he's stinking, you don't want to touch him. You should feel that compassion for him because he is a human. You're not gonna kick him and like beat him up because he's in the street and he stink. You're just gonna have that mutual respect and be like, he's homeless and I feel bad for him. Here's $1. That's treating somebody with dignity. And now for our personal values and our personal dignity, we must know our levels, and we know our personal self-worth and what we value. And basically some people might have a higher dignity based on their status and based on their level and basically based on their money, because money is a big thing. And some people might just have a lower dignity, but doesn't mean that somebody that eats their food with a spoon is not worthy because they eat their food with their hands, and you think they should eat it with. So it doesn't mean that they don't have no dignity and they don't have no worth, because everybody do have dignity. I hope y'all get it. But I pray, God, today that you guys enjoy your day. I pray that you understand the word and you connect the dots and you understand that even though there's two different concepts, there's always a foundation of dignity. And I pray that we try to walk in dignity and try to treat others in dignity. And we learn our self-worth, not only for ourselves, but for others. And we learn to put ourselves in people's shoes so that when we do stuff to people, we will view from their standpoint of how would you feel if you were in their shoes. And I pray that anybody that's listening here, I pray that they enjoy their life, and I pray that they be good and be great warriors and soldiers for God. And this is the few words I'll leave with you. Thank you for listening. I hope you get it. And tune in tomorrow for our next devotion. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.